Thank you once again for joining us at hallandhomes.ca. We are continuing our information video blogs, and today we're doing a video blog on staging, on home staging as they call it. Today we have Mara Schneider from New Leaf Designs and Home Staging. Mara's welcomed us into her home today to give a little bit of information on what exactly staging is. So here's Mara, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I guess so many people ask what staging is, but you know, sometimes you can get cross-threaded on what staging is and what it is not. So maybe we could talk about what staging is not.
Staging is not decorating. It's not personalizing your space. It's not customizing your space to what you like. What it is a marketing tool. It's a marketing tool to put your house on the market with its best foot forward. It's like a job interview. You want to make the best presentation you can with the first opportunity. And it's customizing it to the masses. So we're trying to make it appeal to as many people as we possibly can, to make it have that show home feel, to make people imagine themselves living in your home. If it looks like your home and feels like your home, they have a very difficult time finding themselves moving in.
Now, if someone was to say, okay, I need to list my house, here's my realtor, I'm thinking about staging, when should they do it?
Right then. Before they do anything else, the worst thing you can do is put a house on the market and try it. Spend all the money, or have your agent spend all the money on photographs, marketing materials, as is. Sits on the market for a little while, then it's a stale listing, you say, well, it doesn't work, I'll try staging. That actually works against you. What you want to do is stage the house before anything's done. The reason being, a staged house shows better, it photographs better. It tours better, so when the agents are coming through, you want them to see that perfect scenario the first time through.
Here's another scenario that sometimes homeowners would say, well, I know I have purple walls and orange shag carpeting in my house, but people can see through that, or they're just going to change it when they buy the house. Why should I change that if I was a homeowner?
Because instinctively we see through it, but when we're envisioning moving into it, we can't see through it.
Right.
The other drawback is, if you were to change the paint and the wallpaper and the shag carpeting, the price that it's actually going to cost is significantly lower than what the potential buyer is going to price it at. So they're going to put a much more elevated price on replacing the shag carpeting. So they're going to take $5,000 off the price, when in reality you did it for a couple hundred.
I see.
So it just takes it out of the mix. And even though I know people question, well, why would I change it? I don't know if they're going to like it. It takes the carpeting or the flooring out of the scenario. So when they come in, the first thing they see isn't, oh my, orange sharp, orange shag. They're seeing the house, they're seeing the room as a room.
Now, some people would say, wow, you're going to take all my furniture out, you're going to put all this new furniture in and accessories, and you're going to bring in Picassos and put them on the wall. Where does all this come from?
Okay, well, your scenario only happens on television. Okay? You see it on TV where they take everything out and they bring in rental furniture. That is astronomically expensive.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, yes, you would want updated modern furniture, but it is cost prohibitive. So what I like to do is to use as much of the homeowner's furniture as possible.
Right.
That may mean bringing chairs from one room and moving it around, but we use as much as possible of their own home.
Talk a little bit about your services and what you provide to people as, I'm sure there's a first kind of meeting situation, and maybe just a little bit about your costs and what...
Okay, well basically it's a three-step process.
Okay.
Initially it's a consultation, and in that consultation I generate a report with a list of to-dos, so the work that needs to be done. At that point, the homeowner can decide to do it themselves, can bring in their own trades, or I have trades that I work with or can recommend. After that, then there's the showcasing. So consultation, the work, showcasing.
Right.
Basically, the consultation is $200 for up to 2,000 square feet, and that generates, as I said, a written report with photographs. And I've actually found this very, very useful. When you walk through your own house, and what I like to do with clients is ask them to show me your house. Because when you walk into a house, generally a homeowner will give it a few minutes They
Right.
don't give it 15, 20 minutes. Within those first 2 to 3 minutes, they've made a decision.
Sure.
So I say to the homeowner, you've got 3 minutes, show me your house.
Mhm.
So generally they'll take me to their favorite rooms and the things that they love about the house. When you walk through that, for you as the homeowner, it evokes emotion, it has feelings. I walk through, it doesn't do anything for me. So
Right.
what I found is during the consultation, I do photographs just to remind myself of all the details in the room so that when I do the report, I don't miss anything.
Right.
And I found that when I send them through to the homeowner, it's very useful because I'll send it through and I'll say, that's not my living room. Because they look at it and it's like,
Yeah,
what's all that
yeah,
stuff?
sure,
Because in the
sure.
picture, there's no emotion.
Yeah.
So it just looks to them like it does to the rest of us, where the emotions aren't attached.
We always like to hear about success stories. So, do you have a success story that you could, briefly talk
I would
about?
hope so after 2 years of doing that.
Exactly.
It's a little bit difficult, and we were talking earlier about stats and how we say a staged house sells in so many days, and that's, you're not comparing apples to apples. So that's very difficult to say this house sold for more because it was staged.
Sure.
One example that comes to mind where I can actually say, yes, staging made a huge difference. I had an agent bring me in on a listing, and she had given the homeowners an idea of what it was going to be listed at.
Mhm.
At that point, the house hadn't been staged. I came through, did a consultation, we moved some furniture around, did some just fine-tuning and accessorizing, and the agent thought, before it had been listed or marketed in any way, and said, oh my goodness, I got the price wrong, raised the price by close to $6,000.
Wow.
And the house sold in 4 days for just under asking price. So that was $5,000 that would have been left on the table if the agent
Yeah.
hadn't seen it before the final
And it cost them
showcasing.
how much to stage?
$200 for my time.
That's it.
That's it. So it was a pretty good
See what I'm
investment.
talking about, people? This is what we're talking about today.
And that's what
That's
staging
amazing.
is. It's
Yeah.
investing in the equity that you have in your home.
How would someone go about reaching you as a home stager? And obviously, and maybe the question is, do you get more calls from real estate agents or from homeowners?
It's a tough call because I've actually done a number of public venue information sessions on staging through the
Right.
libraries and whatnot.
Yeah.
So people have met me there. Real estate agents know to look for us, but I think that this day and age, homeowners and home buyers and home sellers are much more educated, and they're out there looking for the information. So I've had a great connection with people in these public, venues. If you want to reach me, you can go to the website. It's www.reliefdesigns.ca.
Yep.
You can also, my phone number is 905-327-0088.
Okay.
And alternatively, if you're looking, and this is something that you might want to consider when you're looking for a stager, is their accreditation. I'm accredited through the Canadian Staging Professionals,
Okay.
and they have a website, and through that website you can find stagers in your
Oh,
area.
wow. Okay. Great.
So there's 3 ways to find me.
Perfect. That's about all I have today to ask you. I thank you very much. And this was, I'm sure, very informative for everyone that's maybe thinking about staging their house or just finding out what staging is. So thank you very much again.
Well, thank you
And
for taking an interest in staging.
Hopefully we'll see you soon.
I hope so.
All right. Thank you.